Email marketing is useless unless you know how to effectively communicate with your target audience. Now, let me stress a couple of points here. Effective communication and target audience. If you don't know how to effectively communicate with your target audience, you're not going to see the type of results that you would like to see. Those are two critical components in any sort of emailing campaign. 90% of emails plays what I like to call a numbers game. Now, this is the traditional spam that you or anybody you know would receive. They often have deceptive subject lines, meaning that the subject line says one thing and the content of the email says another. Sometimes they don't even have a description within the body of the message. They just have a link or an affiliate link. They're completely untargeted. I can't tell you how many times I've received emails that have nothing to do with anything that I have any sort of remote interest with. Yet I still get emails for Viagra, Rolex, diapers, or what have you. And we're going to look at all these. They have dishonest opt-out methods. This means that the email may contain a message within the bottom content of the body of the email, and it'll say to opt out, say reply unsubscribe in the subject line or what have you. And sometimes what spammers will do is actually use that or put that in some sort of light as a means of validating an email address. So they may email X amount of emails, and the ones that come back saying, hey, I want to opt out of your emailing system, the flag goes off and the spammer says, well, we've got a valid email address. I can't believe how many are poorly written. There's grammar errors, there's the wording, the structure. It really shows a lack of intelligence, and subsequently the credibility is destroyed. Questionable emails. We'll get more into what I mean by questionable, but something may just not feel right. Ironically, I was looking at a vehicle the other day, and I knew it was too good to be true. It was well, it doesn't matter what kind of vehicle it was, but the price was too good to be true. So I emailed, and sure enough, the person said, hey, I need your full address because I'm in this sort of scenario, and if you could email me your name, postal code, address, and yada yada, then I can give you details on the vehicle and whatnot. And the whole thing was questionable. So we'll discuss all of these. We'll look at examples of all these through this course. A numbers game. The best way I like to put it is, if you can imagine for a second a drunk guy going out night after night to a bar. I've given this example before on forums, but this is the best way to describe 90% of the emails that you receive, the spam that you receive. A drunk guy going out night after night in a bar trying to pick up a girl. Now, once in a while, he has success. And that's exactly what this numbers game is all about. See, spammers will email mass amount of emails, and they will have a small degree of success. These examples that I've given you here are what they do. And that's why I like to call it a numbers game, because ultimately, the more that you email, the more degree of success you're going to have. But personally, this sort of means of emailing people is completely ineffective. It's purely based on numbers. So I'm also going to talk about the other 10% and what they're doing. But what it really comes back to is my original point: effective communication and towards your target audience. And this is a no-brainer. If you have effective communication, there's less work involved. You don't have to email a plethora of people. You'll have more conversions, subsequently more traffic, and a higher payload. This is a pretty sort of basic result. White hat emailing versus spam. So these are just a few things that I'm going to talk about with this course. I'm going to show you how to email people legally through the CAN-SPAM Compliant Act. If you're into email marketing or just starting out, you're going to want to know about different affiliate marketing companies, email offers that they have. There's some great companies out there. There's some terrible companies out there. There's some good offers. There's offers that you shouldn't even bother wasting your time with. I'm going to show you specific black hat techniques to earn money through emailing. I'm going to show you black hat software, the major players for sending emails, and white hat software as well. Through black hat and or white hat, you're going to want to know how to use proxies, where to get them, what type of email accounts you should be using, how to tokenize your message, how to rotate proxies, and everything in between. So I will be discussing that. I'm going to discuss the role of organizations like SpamHoss and SpamCop and how I'm going to discuss them in a lot of detail. I'm going to show you examples of what they do, how they work, and how they can affect you. I'm going to show you how to detect and report spam through the best means possible. This includes looking at header information, tracking down the source of a spam message, etc., etc. I'm going to show you a really cool method called the GoDaddy mailing method. This method surfaced on some forums probably about a couple years ago now, and it became quite popular. It's quite an ingenious way to get your emails into the inbox. Unfortunately, there's nothing online pertaining or outlining how it works at this point, but I'm going to show you step by step how this specific system works with respect to emailing and without the use of email accounts or proxies. It's quite ingenious, actually. Finally, I'm going to show you my own secret formula called PCT formula. This formula is going to give you the power to create your own system or method for emailing. It's going to show you how to be a part of that 10% in terms of effectively communicating. This formula is a very powerful system or formula that you're going to be able to use and determine how to effectively communicate to mothers over 40 or Justin Bieber fans or Britney Spears wannabes. It can be applied across the board. I'm going to show you specific examples of how I've done it, how it's worked, and how you can apply it to create an effective email towards whatever target niche that you're going after. I'm reluctant to release it, but I think you'll find, if you do decide to subscribe to this course, that this one thing alone is worth your time and money. So, one thing I want to point out is I'm going across the map here in an unbiased, neutral approach. My motive is education. Through an impartial, unbiased, and neutral perspective, I'm going to talk about all aspects of email marketing in a way that no one has ever done before. Black hat techniques, mailing techniques, white hat and black hat. I'm going to show you what type of spam is out there, from simple short affiliate links selling Rolex watches to phishing attacks and very what I consider evil techniques as far as spam goes. Beyond all that, I'm going to show you how to report and deal with fraudulent spam that you receive. The important thing I want to point out is this is completely unbiased and for educational purposes. It is the good, bad, and ugly of email marketing. in a way that you will never see anywhere else. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I'm known as Soma56, and I'll give you 3 reasons why this course is going to work for you. I programmed I programmed a program called Social Email Extractor, which is, many people can attest to, the most powerful email extractor on the planet. It can literally extract 10,000 targeted emails in less than 10 minutes. You can extract by country, you can extract by to a specific city, you can extract all over the map. I'm not here to promote that, but I do have a high degree of education with respect to email marketing. I haven't had a job in 5 years. Now, that could mean that I'm just sitting around on welfare, but I'm actually doing quite well. I make money on autopilot, which is not to blow up my ego or anything, but there's people that work and they try this or they try to make money online, then there's people that are successful. I make money in my sleep at this point, so I guess you could consider myself successful. I guess I could consider myself successful through various means of online ventures, and I literally have everything paid for. If you want to sign up to this course, you have an outline of what the course is involved, what's involved with the course. Excuse me. I'm going to be presenting additional tidbits of information as we go along. I need your email address. Simple as that. Now, I have no intention of using your email address for any other purpose than notifying you of periodic updates of this course, of when it is released, and finally the countdown day of when it will be released at a special discount offer if you sign up. I actually encourage you, if you're having any shadow of a doubt, to go ahead and make up, Soma56 email course at yahoo.com or what have you, just specifically that I would be the only person to receive or send. And, just as a means of trying to be completely honest from my point. So, what I'm going to be offering is value, education in an area that is very gray, that there is no education. There's not a lot of discussion on the black hat and white hat email marketing world in a way that I'm going to present it to you. So I'm not going to try and sell this course to you. I know this is a unique opportunity. If you're entertaining email marketing, if you want to get your feet wet, even if you're an advanced email marketer, I guarantee there's going to be something in here for you. Thank you.